Let's get into position for the banded drag curl. You're going to put the band under both feet. Try to have about an equal length of band on each side, or at least an even amount of pull on each side. Feet about shoulder width apart, a slight bend in the knee. You want to draw your shoulder blades in and down the back with a nice broad chest and lifted sternum. Gently draw your belly button into your spine. Remember, when we engage our abdominals during most movements, the goal is simply to have a stable body while we move our arms so that our torso isn't getting pulled and moved all over the place in our spine, okay? That's the goal. As such, we're not actually gripping our core really tensely, really hard. We don't want to be tense when we do things. That actually does contribute to muscle pain and things like that. So that's not the goal. So just to kind of point out that difference there, that's something that I didn't used to realize. Hi, I'm Rizal. If you're a woman in your over 40s and almost 40s like myself, and you'd like a type of exercise that is a little more low-key, you want to do resistance training at home, but you haven't been sure how to have proper form and you're worried about hurting yourself, you like more chill music, and you like beautiful outdoor nature spots, that's the type of exercise and exercise tutorials that I provide. Come on over to my website at inspirefulwomen.com. From there, I'm going to kind of turn sideways now to show you the rest of doing this movement. Our hands are going to be here down by our sides. You're going to have your palms facing forward, okay? So facing forward. And being called drag curl, right? To do the movement, we're going to bend the elbows backwards, but we're going to actively bend the elbows up along our sides. Do you see that? Keeping the palms, so they start kind of facing forward, but then as we bend the elbows, now of course the palms will be facing up, right, as we bend, okay? So that is the movement. Think about actively bending the elbows, but keeping the hands along the side of the body. And then what that will mean is that naturally our elbow and upper arm will go behind our body as a result, right? But just mostly think about keeping the hand in line with the torso and really bending, fully bending. See how bent I am here? Squeeze at the top and then slowly lower. Now let me show you from the front. This particular way of doing a bicep move, I feel is a little bit easier. Just the positioning is a little different, so we don't have as much mobility when our arms are behind our body. So I find it's easier for my shoulders to start riding up. So just try to keep that in mind, that it's very important to really try to keep that space between your ear and your shoulder, and just only go up as far as you can go without hunching up your shoulders. See, like that? Okay, and keeping those palms up. Last thing I forgot to mention, as far as where the band goes from the outside of the foot to the pinky side of the palm and then out the thumb. You can always do it another way. What's nice about having the band this way is that the band is kind of trying to pull your palm down. And so you have to actively work to keep your palm up. And working to keep your palm up is actually one of the functions of the bicep muscle. So it kind of will make your bicep muscles work harder because it's not only working to bend the elbow, but it's also working to keep the palms up. Does that make sense? So it's just another way to really help fatigue the muscle. Thanks for being with me today, ladies. Once again, I'm Rizal. If you're a woman in your over 40s and almost 40s like myself, you like my style of teaching where there's a little bit more detail shown. If you would also like to know, what things to avoid with these movements, different variations to make them harder and easier, along with more of these beautiful outdoor nature settings and chill music, come on over to my website at inspirefulwomen.com.